All right, my people, let's dive into the topic of fear and hesitation and ego. Okay, this is a big one. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for this one because this is something that I have personally struggled with for so long, and I got the solution. Okay, so firstly, I just hopped off of a call. Okay, I was on a 40-minute call with someone, and we were just discussing this. And check this out. So first and foremost, okay, let's dive into why do we have this ego, right? Why are we afraid of being wrong? Like, so many times I can think, at least for myself, right? And like so many people that I can also think of who do this, but just for myself, I can think of like so many times where I've wanted to defend myself, or I've wanted to look like I'm better than I am, aka posturing, right? We're trying to posture, make ourselves look great, even though we haven't achieved that thing yet. Or like if I'm speaking to my fiance and she shares her opinion, and it's like she's trying to correct me a little bit, and then I get defensive. I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to be wrong. Dude, stupid. Why am I thinking that way? Come on, man. So let's dive into that, right? Um, so basically, when it comes into like business and criticism, like I have many ideas in business or whatever, and then I get judged, right? And especially in the past, um, and I would feel defensive. I would feel like, okay, they're just a hater, and like it would be a complete uphill battle. So here's a simple solution, okay? Here's a simple truth. And this is the mindset I want you to adopt if you want to fucking win, okay? This is simple. 4 out of 5 times, okay? 8 out of 10 times, you are going to be wrong. Just have that as the baseline expectation, okay? Just expect to be wrong 80% of the time with 80% of your ideas, okay? Even if that is the case, you will still win as long as you go through all 10. Okay, so if you just try 10 things, 2 of them should be right, and 8 out of those 10 should be wrong. Meaning you're just a fucking idiot 80% of the time. And even if that's the case, you can still win, dude. The reason why we say stuck is because most people won't even go through 10 fucking things they'll try. Okay? Due to hesitation, due to the feeling of feeling embarrassed, right? The fear of being embarrassed. They're scared, hesitating all the time, right? Because we're afraid of what people are going to think about us. So how about a new approach, which is like, here's the truth. And I spent 6 hours one night. I stayed up until like 6 a.m. with my buddy at my condo. He flew in from Thailand, and we were just like smoking cigars downstairs by the pool, and we were sitting there from like midnight to 6 a.m. and we were just dissecting this fucking problem, this truth of identity. And I'll just give you the summary of the truths that we found in that sit down. It's very simple. Your identity is not static, it is flexible. Your identity can change within any 7-day period. So like, let's say majority of the people in your life perceive you as just this really cheap, broke-minded person who doesn't like luxury things. Within 7 fucking days, you can literally change that to people perceiving you as like a rich-minded person who buys a Rolex every month and only likes luxury things. You can literally 180-degree flip your identity in people's minds. Okay? So what that truth should instill inside of your confidence and self-esteem is simple. You should not fear what people think about you today, because it doesn't fucking matter. It means nothing, because it is flexible. You can change that at any time. Okay? So if that's the truth, which it is, and I'll give you a great example of this. One example I can think of, okay, is the Anoa brothers. If you guys don't know the Anoa brothers, just go Google them. Basically, I first found, and I'm just very unfiltered in this video, okay? But when I first found the Anoa brothers, and by the way, they're like two, entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs in Dubai, right? They come from the Netherlands, right? From Amsterdam. And I first saw a video of them, I think on YouTube. It was a YouTube short. And Samuel, the older brother, was basically just being a complete piece of shit, right? Like, total asshole. Super arrogant, narcissistic. Like, I just, when I saw that first, and Samuel, all love to you, man. I actually fucking love you guys. But I'm just being very unfiltered with my opinion on how I first saw you guys, right? When I first saw that, I literally had the impression in my mind, wow, this is the most arrogant, self-centered, self-absorbed asshole I've ever seen in my life. I was like, they do not deserve to succeed. That's how I thought. And basically, I had that impression for the first, it was the most extreme impression, right? Like, totally, I could not think of a more arrogant person that I've ever seen on the internet than how they were acting. I saw one video where they were in a Rolls Royce that they rented, and it broke, and they just left it in the flooded road. And I was like, wow, like, what the fuck, you know? Like, that is the worst of the worst. Then I saw a testimonial video of Samuel on, it's an entrepreneur, his name is Bastian Slut. I saw him on his Instagram page. He posted him. And it was basically a video of Samuel, and he was very humble. Total fucking opposite, man. Total opposite of how I first had an impression about him. And I saw this video, and I was like, wow, holy shit, man. Like, that is crazy. I actually, love this guy now. It was like a love-hate relationship, right? I was like, wow. He's atoning his success. I don't know if it's atoning, but he's like admitting that, Bastian helped him succeed and this and that, which obviously, all coaching programs are, to a certain extent they help, and then it's all the rest is like the person who's actually doing the work, right? So it's not that Bastian actually created his success, but Samuel was humble. Total opposite. And you know what happened? It didn't even take 7 days. It took me 5 minutes to have a new perspective towards Samuel. Then, if you guys don't know about it, they went to jail. Okay, basically they I don't know what the truth is and all that, but they say they got framed, right? So they got framed, and there was this whole crazy scene online about what the truth is, and or the story about why they went to jail. Apparently there was this crazy party, and 20 kilograms of cocaine was found, and they went to jail, and they were sentenced for 25 years. And then guess what? 3 months later, they get released. And I see this video of Samuel, and I'm pretty excited to see it, right? Fired up for them. I'm like, fuck yeah, they're out, right? This is awesome. And dude, in the video, I'm just fired up. Because it's so inspiring. I'm just totally fucking inspired by what these guys are saying, right? Yeah, we're coming back harder than ever. Fuck the haters, this and that. And it was so inspiring. And I was like, hell yeah, man. That's conditioning. They were conditioned in prison. And now he's just so much stronger minded. And they had faith and this and that. And seeing a video of him in jail before he was released, it was just totally inspiring. And guys, I'm giving this example because I can clearly, very vividly remember the day that I first saw Samuel's content. Okay? And Ruben, his brother. And it is polar fucking opposites. And you know what's funny? Is at first, I fucking hated these guys. I was like, fuck these guys. And now, I'm actually supporting. I want to help them. I love their content. I love their mindset. I just love it. It's fucking awesome. They're inspiring me. So, and me and my buddy, by the way, he sent me that video when they were released from prison. He he sent me that video. The same buddy who was downstairs with me for 6 hours while we were smoking cigars and breaking out this problem. And he sent it to me. He's like, brother, here's the proof. Here's the proof that identity is flexible. It's liquid. It flows like water. It's not fixed. It's not permanent. And I checked it out. I was like, fuck, you're right. 100% right. Like, we're done. This is it. Problem solved, right? Which is like, why would you have fear of being judged if your entire identity can be changed at any given time? You can literally just start doing different things and your entire impression to people will change. So, hopefully that little story was a good contrasting example for you, okay? But yeah, and there's many other examples out there, but this is one that just, it hits home for me. I just think about the Anoa brothers. I think about what pieces of shit they were before, when I first found them, and what fucking inspirations they are now. Another one can be like Logan Paul. At one point, Logan Paul was like totally hated on the internet because he mocked. Well, I don't know if he mocked him. I'm not even too familiar with the story, but basically, he was like making fun of someone who committed suicide in the forest. Right? There was that controversial topic that was going around. Dude, Logan Paul. I saw the video yesterday. Logan Paul posted the video 11 days ago, of him buying like a $30-odd million mansion in Puerto Rico. When I saw that video and I saw he made like a soundtrack he never released, I was like, and he's like WWE future champion and this and that. I'm like, bro, I was totally inspired, man. I was fired up when I saw that. Like Logan Paul became like one of my top. He became like one of my heroes in that video. I was like, fucking hell, that is cool. Like this guy's really doing it. Like as soon as I watched it, I'm like, I gotta level up. And, I didn't necessarily perceive him as like an idiot before. I've actually always kind of liked Logan Paul. Just a very talented, highly skilled individual, really good at communication. Like he really had a massive success with his YouTube channel. He's created the brand Prime, right? I don't know if he created it. I think it's another company that created it, but still, it's his company. If he owns maybe 10, 20% or whatever of the company. It's a massive accomplishment. And even Jake Paul, right? Like with everything he's got going on. Like before, he made like a super, super cringe video. I think it was like Everyday Bro, right? It was like the song. And I remember like people fucking hating that song. I didn't even like it that much. It was very catchy, but I found it annoying, right? And like, I've got nothing bad to say about Jake Paul right now. I'm inspired by the guy. He's awesome. Right? And so, again, very polarizing opinion or perspective, right? Judgment. Where at first I judged it as something else. And now, dude, I'm only fucking inspired. By all three of these examples, they started out. Logan Paul didn't really start out being an idiot. I kind of liked him all along. But society really fucking hated him for a period of time with that whole forest controversy. And now I can almost guarantee you many of those people who hated him in the past probably would be inspired if they saw that video of him and all his achievements right now. Same thing with Jake Paul. He was cringe at first, and now look at him. He's fucking awesome. Right? And then obviously the Anoa brothers. So here's the lesson. Okay? The lesson is, like I'm saying, just stop wasting fucking time, hesitating, and fearing, and not taking action on the things you want to fucking do because you're afraid of what other people are going to think. Because here's the truth. What other people think is temporary and means nothing for the future. It is adjustable. It is flexible. You can change completely 180 degrees your entire existence. So your existence today is not indicative of your existence in the future. Hopefully that makes sense. So, my perspective, and feel free to adopt this for yourself if you want to fucking win big, and I'll give a good reason as to why it helps you win fucking big, okay? But I just need to remember to give this because usually I forget to do these in these videos, okay? So, the lesson and then the reason. Or the truth and the reason, okay? So the truth is 8 out of 10, just have that as the expectation, that are going to be flops, right? You're going to fail. You're going to look like an idiot. People are going to think you're totally useless. Like, just go worst case, right? People think you're so fucking dumb, right? 8 out of 10 ideas you have, 8 out of 10 things you try, 8 out of 10 things you take action on. 2 out of the 10 will be wins. They'll succeed. They'll inspire people. You would have been right. Let that be the baseline expectation. Cool. That's the truth. Now, the reason. Why is that the reason why you would like? Why would that be the thing that will make the most success humanly possible? Here's why. Because if you adopt this mindset, by default, you will not be afraid to take more action. And so you will have more cycles. You will go through your 10 way fucking faster, and you will do way more. So you're not just going to do 10 in a year. You're not going to try 10 things in 1 year, which is what most people fucking do, right? No. You're going to do 10 things per week, per month, maybe per day. So in a year, you can now go from trying 10 things. If you go once a week, you can now do 50 things in a year. Now you 5x your output. So out of 10 in a year, what the average person will do, they'll get maybe 2 wins. If you can do 50 in a year, you'll get 10 wins. Now let's say you can try one new thing a day. That's 365 things you can try in a year. And you have no ego. You actually know you're going to look stupid 80% of the time. So who the fuck cares? You try 360 things, okay? So what are we going to have out of that? I think it's like 70 of them that are going to win. Let's see. 365 times 20% is 73. You'll have 73 wins, okay? Significantly more than what you're currently having, most likely. Well, what the average person is currently having, for sure. Because the average person doesn't fucking take action, okay? Because they're scared. For stupid reasons that are non-existent. Well, they are existent. They're real, but they're temporary. So in that essence, they are non-existent. Because they don't know the truth. They don't know the truth that, like, they can undo their mistakes. People will fucking forget. No one cares. The world forgets. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense, guys. The key with this, if you want to succeed faster and have bigger success, you need to have more at-bats. Okay? The only way to do more at-bats is to not give a shit. Right? Is to not care about whether you win or lose. I'll give you a great example. Right now, I'm probably like being a little bit more vulgar in these videos. Maybe people are going to watch this. Some of them are going to be like, yeah, I like this guy. I resonate with him. I swear too. Other people, maybe they're elderly and they're watching this. Maybe it's my mother. Maybe it's my grandmother watching this. And they're like, I don't like the way Zain is talking. I don't respect that. I don't respect Zain. See? Identity. But the thing is, like, in the future, like, my mindset right now for making this video and talking the way I do is like, well, I just know in the future I can just change and I can just stop speaking vulgar. But the thing is, I like speaking vulgar. I like saying fuck, shit, piss. It's nice for me. But if I end up seeing that that's not the right thing to do, I can just stop doing that and be really respectful in the future videos. And then that same person would most likely forget that I did that. Well, maybe not forget, but they'll forgive. And they'll be like, okay, I like Zain now. He's not swearing as much. That's respectful. I like him now. Let me start following his content. So the thing is, who cares, bro? Who cares if I'm doing this right now? I'm going to swear as much as I fucking want in these videos until I choose not to. And until then, who cares? Just do it. Just be free. Do what you want. No fear. Right? And yeah, that's it, guys. Just have more at-bats. Pre-decide you're going to look like a complete fucking idiot 80% of the time. You're looking for the 20% of the time that you are right and that you win. And guess what? That 20% of the time when you win, it will absolutely dwarf the 80% of the time that you look like an idiot. Done. Go win. Have a good day.